Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a full body Pilates workout. I'm wearing my bangles today. You can also grab some light hand weights if you'd like to use those instead of bangles. We're going to start sitting on our mat and we're going to have our feet pressed into the floor. We're going to bring both palms right behind your thighs. Make sure you're sitting up a little bit taller so you can press into them so that you're sitting up nice and tall. Take a breath in. And then when we breathe out, we're going to round our pelvis and go into that C curve of the spine. And then we'll inhale back up to that lengthened spine. Exhale to that C spine. We're going to do 2 more like this. Last one. Perfect. And then we'll come back up to seated again. This time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to lengthen the arms. So we'll have both arms extended forward with your palms facing each other. And you're going to do the same thing, maybe digging a little bit deeper into your C. On this next one, we're going to round back and you're going to hold it here. We're going to lower and lift the arms for 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Then we'll round back up to seated. Take a breath here. We're going to do that one more time, but we're going to change our arm variation. So arms will be extended. We're going to round back and hold it. And then from here, we're going to open and close the arms. Open and close for 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Then you'll round back up to seated. I'm going to scoot up a little bit on the edge of my mat, and we're going to round all the way down onto our back. Once you're down on your back, you want to make sure that you have your feet separated about hips distance apart. We're going to have our arms down by our sides. So we're going to start with the articulating bridge. So you want to find that lower lumbar spine that might be slightly lifted off of the mat because your spine is in a neutral position, and we want to close that gap by going into a pelvic tilt. So we'll start there. You can see now my entire spine is pressing into the mat. Maybe my tailbone is slightly lifted, and we are going to go into an articulating bridge. So we're going to lift up the tailbone, low back, middle back, upper back. Take another breath at the top, and then you'll just melt down. Cool. We'll do that again. Imprinting the spine first. Lift up one vertebrae at a time. And then melting down. Let's do one more there. And then we'll melt all the way down. Take a little pause there. Now let's kind of add on to that variation. We're going to start with the imprint of the spine, scooping up one vertebrae at a time. Once you're here, we're going to lift the right arm and then the left. Right and left. Make sure you're keeping your hips lifted in this bridge. Perfect. We're going to do one more on each side, right and left. And then we're going to go ahead and melt all the way down. Take a little pause there. Nice. All right, let's try that one more time. So we'll imprint the spine first. We're going to lift up one vertebrae at a time. We'll come up into that high bridge. Here we're going to lift both arms and lower. Lift and lower. For 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Bring your arms down, melt down the spine. Very good. Let's switch up our bridging here. We're going to go into our hinge bridge. So now we're just going to lift the hips straight up to the ceiling with a flat back. So you'll lift straight up and lower. Lift and lower. For 3, 2, last one. Good. You'll come all the way down. Take a breath there. We're going to add on to that with our variation. So first we'll lift up into that bridge. Pause here. We're going to lift the arms up, but the palms will face towards each other this time. We're going to open the right arm out to a T, and then the left. Right and left. Keeping your hips lifted. We'll do one more on each side. Nice. And then we'll bring our hips all the way down. Relax your arms for a second. Let's do one more variation here in our bridging. We're going to go ahead and lift the hips straight up to the ceiling. Float the arms up, palms face each other. We're going to open and close both arms. See if we can be here for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Great. We float our hips down, relax our arms. We're done with bridging. Let's stretch it out. We'll reach our right toes up to the ceiling. Maybe lengthen your left leg. Give it a little rotation. Relax that leg down. Let's take the left one up. And then we'll go ahead and relax that down. We're going to bring our legs up into a tabletop. And then we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling as well. I'm going to turn my palms to face each other. So we'll start by just isolating the arms and legs. So let's just float the right arm back. Bring it back to center. Extend your left leg. Bring it back to center. Again, right, left leg. One more. Right arm, left leg. We'll come back in. We're going to do this, but now we're going to do both at the same time. So we extend the left leg, the right arm, come back in. Again, right leg, left arm, come back in. 2 more. Last one. And then we're just going to relax everything down for a second. And then we'll do it on the other side. So we'll bring our legs back into table, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Now let's do the left arm, right leg, left arm, right leg. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. Pausing here, we're going to go into both. So we'll reach the arm back, extend the toes, back to center. Extend, pulling back in. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. We'll relax here. We're going to do one more thing with that. Well, we're going to spice it up a little bit. So we'll bring our legs into tabletop, arms up to the ceiling. We're going to be alternating. So let's start with the Left arm, right leg, and switch. So we want to stay slow and controlled here so we can isolate the arms, isolate the legs. Good. We've got 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Relax the arms, relax the legs. Pause here for a second. We're going to do one more thing here, lying on our back. We'll bring the legs into tabletop. If you want, you can cross your ankles as well if you have your ankle weights on, or you can keep the legs here in that same position with your tabletop. So reach your arms up to the ceiling. We're going to curl the head, neck, and chest up, and then we're going to do our pumps of the arms for our hundreds. You can also keep your head down if you find that that chest lift is engaging your neck too much. If you want to progress this one, you can reach one leg out or both, or you can also have both legs up to the ceiling as you pump here. And we want to make sure that you breathe in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then let's be here for our last 10. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll lower all the way down. Give yourself a little spine twist. And then another spine twist to the other direction. We'll come back to the center. We're going to roll over onto our right hip. Prop ourselves up here, making sure we have a little bit of space in between the last rib and the bottom hip and the mat. And then I'll bring the other hand either to my hip. I can also have it behind the head if that's more comfortable. You can find also to place your hand on the mat, but we want to try to keep our hips stacked one over the other. So let's go ahead and start here with our clam. So feet will stay glued together. We're just going to lower and lift. So we're squeezing that glute. Nice. We're going to squeeze that glute. We're just going to be here for 8 total. So let's do 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Perfect. Now let's separate the feet and we're going to lower and lift that top leg up and down. This is where we'll start to feel those bangles a little bit more. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Perfect. Then we're going to extend the legs. You can have a little micro bend of that under that bottom leg so that you're nice and stable. We're going to externally rotate the toes up to the ceiling, and we're just going to do our lower and lift. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up there. We're going to make little circles forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lower that leg down. You can give your hip a little massage, rub out the glutes, and we're just going to turn onto our belly here. I'm going to be placing my right forearm down and using my left as a little kickstand here. And we're just going to go into some donkey kicks. So I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to kick that heel up to the ceiling. 6, 7, and 8. Good. Go ahead and pause there. We're going to extend that leg long, and then we're going to do kicks up to the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now we're going to draw the knee in and extend. We're going to be here for 8 also. 4, 3, 2, last one. Perfect. Go ahead and stretch it out before we go into the other side. And then we're going to go ahead and let's go into the other side. So we'll bring our left forearm down, extend into the right. We're going to reach that leg up to the ceiling, and we'll do our little donkey kicks up. Last one. Nice. Extend the leg out. We're going to do our lifts. Last 2. Perfect. And then we'll finish up here with that knee extension. So we'll draw the knee in, extend out. For 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Perfect. Go ahead and bring your knees down. Send your hips back. Give yourself a little stretch. My hair is all messed up. Great. And then let's go ahead and finish up with the glutes by laying on this side. And then we'll start with our clam. So we'll open and close. For 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and lower and lift. So we'll separate the feet, lower, lift, and lower. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Nice. We'll extend the legs. And then let's externally rotate the toes. We're going to go into that lower and lift. That's 3, 2, on 1, we'll hold it up there. Little circles forward. 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and relax it down. Give your hip a little rub. We're going to go ahead and turn over onto our belly facing this direction. We're going to place our palms down onto the floor about shoulder width distance apart. And then go ahead and bring your head down. We want to activate the glutes by pointing the toes. And as we lift, we're going to lift our palms to hover off of the floor. So try not to overextend your neck, but keeping your head at a nice level on that spine. And then lower down. Good. Let's be here for 3. And 2. Last one. Good. We'll come all the way down. Take a little breath here. Now let's go ahead and add on to that spine extension. So we're going to keep the glutes active. Point your toes, lift through your hamstrings and your glutes. Go ahead and lift up, hold it here. And then we're going to do some arm extension. Reach and pull. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, let's hold it out there, a little swimming. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and take it all the way down. We'll just go into a little bit of a spine extension here, pressing up. You can pause here at a cobra, or if you want to go into a full extension, you can lift all the way up. We want to try to keep the shoulders down and back instead of up into your ears. And not overextending the neck, so keeping the head slightly forward. And then we'll bend all the way down. I'm going to send my hips back to my heels for a little stretch. Reaching the arms forward. And then we'll come up to seated. Options here for seated. You can either sit crisscross, if that's comfortable for you, or you can sit in a low kneeling position, or you can come up to a high kneeling position. So the options here are, if this is comfortable for you, you can stay here. I'm also going to switch my weights onto my wrist. And then you can also use some light hand weights if you have those at home, or you can do all of these exercises without weights. So you don't need weights at all. You can also use some household items, water bottles, that'll give you an extra pound of weight. Oops. Perfect. So I'm going to opt for low kneeling. So I'm going to sit back on my heels, just separating them a little bit. And we're going to do some arms here. So we're going to start off with bringing the arms, let's see, out to a T. And we're going to make little circles forward. So I have my palms facing down towards the floor. Now, if you find that this hurts your shoulders, you can also bend your arms and make little circles forward with your arms bent. So shortening up the lever a little bit. We're going to circle forward for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to reverse. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I'm going to relax my arms. Perfect. So we're just warming up the arms a little bit. Let's go into our next exercise. We're going to bring the arms out to a goalpost position and take a small hinge forward. And then we're just going to extend them up overhead, bend back down. Extend overhead, bend back down. For 4, 3, 2, on 1, I'm going to reach my arms up overhead and I'm going to go into a tricep press. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Good. Go ahead and bring the arms down. We're going to bring the elbows into our ribs with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to extend the arms to the center, draw them back in. We're going to add on just a little bit. So we're going to reach the arms, open, close, bend the elbows. Reach the arms, open, close, bend your elbows. For 4. And 3. Last 2. On 1, let's extend the arms, little pumps up. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. Go ahead and relax your arms. Let's do 2 more exercises here. We're going to go into a bicep curl. So we're going to reach both arms, and then we're just going to bend at the elbows. And I want to try to bring your elbows up to shoulder height for your bicep curl. For 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2. On 1, we're going to bend, little pulses up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, arms are nice and fired up. We're going to do one last exercise here. I'm going to come up to a little bit higher kneeling, so I'm going to sit back on my heels. I'm going to ball my fists up here, and then I'm just going to pulse my arms back. A little bit more tricep work here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, little pulses back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead and relax the arms down. I'm going to sit back on my heels. I'm going to take my bands off as we cool down. Place those to the side. And then let's stretch our arms a bit. We'll bring the left arm across the chest. And then we'll take it up overhead, pulling into our elbow. Let's switch to the other side. Pulling up overhead. Relax the arms. I'm going to bring my palms right to my knees, round the spine. And curve, kind of like how we started off our class today. I'm going to take my arms out to a T, bring my right hand down to the mat, reach my left up and over, open my chest to the ceiling, and then down to the floor. Open up back to center. I'll take my left hand down, reaching up and over, open to the ceiling, and down to the floor. And then I'll come back to the center. I'm going to take a little twist to my right. And then to my left. Coming back to the center, I'm going to round my spine. Shake my head no to negativity. Yes to feeling good after this workout. A couple of circles in each direction. And then we'll come back to the center where we are all done. Thank you guys so much for doing this workout with me. If this was your first workout with me, I hope to see you again next week. I love to hear your comments, your questions, any requests that you may have for the next class. So please let me know what you're looking forward to or what you would like to see more of or less of. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and see you next time.